Thank you for tuning in to our presentation today, Mining for Data Gold. My name is Randy Cole, Director of Sales and Marketing for CGF in the United States. We are lucky to have three guest presenters today from IBM, from Behrtech, and from Clemson University. We will also show you a short demonstration on just how easy it is to collect that gold data. So what we would like for you to do now is sit back, relax, and enjoy our demonstration and our presentation on mining for that data gold. Now let's cover today's agenda. We will start off with a short introduction to CGF, followed by Introduction to Industry 4.0. Next will be IIoT Process Chain, Partnering for Success. IIoT, the revolution in IIoT communication. Transferring IIoT technology into business value. IIoT turnkey solution. And Start Today. We hope you'll take advantage of some of the offerings that we will be offering toward the end of the presentation. So now, without further ado, let's continue on with our conversation, mining for that data gold. Who is CGF? First and foremost, we are counselors. Counselors solve problems for customers and create added value. We're not just sales-minded individuals. Sales are great, but if we have not solved your problem, then nobody wins. As counselors, we sit down and converse with you. We listen to your needs and issues, and then we define a solution that will fit those needs. By providing you a strategic counseling method, we strive to be your long-term partner. CGF is an international company. We have offices located all over the world. Our headquarters is in Frankfurt, Germany, with offices located in Romania, Thailand, Mexico, and in the U.S. in Greenville, South Carolina. We have over 200 counselors that are looking forward to sitting down with you and listening to your needs and solving your issues. Some of our core areas of competency are Agile IT Service Management Operation, Enterprise Application Integration Services, Asset Tracking Solutions, Industrial Workspace as a Service, Data Management, Data Science, and Data Security expertise, as well as Smart Building Solutions. We here at CGF look forward to being your long-term partner. Why is IIoT and Industry 4.0 so important? IIoT drives unprecedented levels of efficiency, productivity, and performance. A new era has opened up. There is more opportunity now than ever for connectivity. This will have great effect on the industrial ecosystem, and today we will show you some of those benefits, such as cloud computing, automation, big data, mining that data gold, Internet of Things, system integration, and connectivity. By incorporating machine learning and big data technologies, businesses can harness sensor data, machine-to-machine communication, and automation technologies. Remember, Industry 4.0 is 100% connected thanks to the industrial Internet of Things. How will it affect the industrial ecosystem? What are the benefits? Those are just a couple of the questions that we will answer today. And now let's cover some of the benefits of Industry 4.0. We now have a better understanding of customer demand. IoT assists customers in understanding and responding to customer demand. For example, motion IoT sensors in a retail store could provide data about how consumers are accessing the store so that the store owner could use this gold data to strategically place products so the customer will buy more. Creates new business opportunities. IoT technology provides opportunities to engage with the customer and introduce new business models. Greater optimization, control, and automation of the processes generates business opportunities. Reduces downtime, and we all know how significant this is. IoT can reduce manufacturing downtime by sending notifications to supervisors when the machines start to underperform or their performance level suddenly drops. Furthermore, IoT data can even help predict machine failures before they happen with machine learning and artificial intelligence. Maximizes asset. IoT technology allows the managers to know the status, service requirements, and operating performance of the equipment. It even allows these checks to be done remotely in real time without need for manual intervention. This helps companies capture the best use of their assets. Improves productivity. IoT technology helps automate data collection, brings real-time visibility to information, and makes it very accessible to all employee levels. This helps automate decisions, thus boosting productivity of an organization. Improves operational efficiency. Real-time analytics and data is the backbone of an organization's operational efficiency. IoT solutions provide unparalleled analytics, which gives operational managers more eyes and ears to strategically diagnose equipment failures and optimize operations. All these are the benefits to having Industry 4.0. And let's not forget the connectivity that Industry 4.0 has. It can connect to your facilities management, inventory management, your quality control, your enhanced industrial safety, and it also can connect to your logistics and supply chain. And now let's discuss just how significant this data gold, this mining of data gold really is. Data fuels Industry 4.0. It powers new technologies. It allows companies to be nimbler and scale faster. Keep in mind, good fuel in, good product out. Bad fuel in, bad product out. Gold. We all know just how valuable that is. It's shiny and it's perceived to have value due in part to its rarity. Data, on the other hand, doesn't quite have the same allure. Unlike gold, data is everywhere and more data than ever is being produced. But is this data worth just as much as gold? Or maybe is it worth even more? To obtain value from gold, it needs to be fashioned into jewelry, minted into coins, or utilizing technology for its conductive properties. In other words, it needs to be turned into a product to create value that drives profit. For the 21st century, data is the most significant asset, powering new technologies, allowing companies to be more nimble and scale infinitely faster. But these approaches are only as strong as the underlying data feeding them. By successfully analyzing data, you can model and predict profitable streams of income and establish a tailored customer service, enabling users to reach the insights that they actually want and need. Remember, how to mine that gold data. Always keep in mind, data is out there. We just have to go get it because data is gold. Now let's discuss this flow of data, what we call the process chain. What we have on the left are sensors that can detect several variables such as humidity, CO2, and temperature. There are over 600 types of sensors that can be used. After we sit down with you, we can determine what you think you want to monitor and track. You can connect 1 million sensors to one gateway. So this one device can collect all this gold data. The data is then transferred from the gateway to the cloud or to a server of your choice. Data then gets analyzed. We have pulled in all of this data, but what do we do with it? Well, let's say, for instance, that you're a chemical plant and you're sensoring the heat on the chemical. Well, if the heat rises, then you need to know that in real time so you can send an alert out to someone on your manufacturing floor to check on this. Or possibly your CTO or CFO needs some information, and you can send this again in real time. What we would like to do next is pass the baton over to one of our valuable partners from Behrtech out of Canada. Coming to you today will be Michelle, and Michelle will be discussing IIoT. Thanks for coming on board for us today, Michelle, and please take it away.
IIoT was developed by the Fraunhofer Institute for Integrated Circuits, the largest division of the Fraunhofer Institute, which is Europe's largest research institute. Fraunhofer was listed as the top 100 global innovators for the last 7 years in a row, and we work with the Fraunhofer IIS, which is the division that everybody would know from MP3, AAC, people that developed the SiriusXM satellite communications protocol, the Galileo satellite positioning system, DAB, DAB+, and DAB Surround, which is digital audio broadcast, which is in most new cars for the last couple of years. And they spent more than 30 million euros and about 10 years of engineering developing the protocol. We have Behrtech, our worldwide licensee of IIoT. We've built a wrapper around it to make it a commercial offering for massive scale IoT and network management. So let's take a look at the business and technical benefits of IIoT. From a standpoint of long range, that typical long range that you get with low power wide area networks, so about 10 miles of range. We are the most battery efficient LPWAN protocol, so we use about 4 times less battery than LoRa, about 16 times less battery than Sigfox for sending the same amount of data. And from a standpoint of scalability, we can scale to 11.5 million messages on a single base station. So that can be broken out by the number of devices or sensors and how often you're sending. So it can be tens of thousands of devices sending many, many times a day to scale up to, again, 11.5 million messages. From a quality of service, we achieve carrier-grade reliability and unrivaled interference immunity along with deep indoor penetration. We have the lowest packet error rate of any LPWAN solution. And we also support exceptional mobility, whereas other systems like NB-IoT and Sigfox cannot be moving. LoRa can be moving up to about 18 miles per hour. We support movement up to 75 miles an hour and reliably deliver the data. All of this is built on a worldwide standard by ETSI, the European Telecommunications Institute, the same people that do the global standard for 3GPP. So we're the only ones that met that standard, and that was delivered in July of 2018. From a security and data privacy, we retain full data ownership and private networks for the customer. So the customer owns their data. We don't host it in a cloud or use a third-party management tool. It's all built in. The management tool comes with the product. That's what we've built around it to make it easy for the customer to own their data. It is cost efficient, as we noted earlier. The high scalability, the single base station allows you to do thousands and thousands of devices on a single base station, so you don't have to add a lot of infrastructure as you scale up, and it handles a very large area. It is an open solution, so we are a software stack. You can run on different transceivers and gateways. It's not a proprietary chip solution where you're locked into a particular vendor. And lastly, it's easy to install. We work with existing brownfield sensors. We have integration points for modules to integrate with existing sensors, or we have contract manufacturers that can build new sensors as well. So all of those are the benefits of the IIoT protocol.
Thank you for sharing your expertise with us today, Michelle. It's crucial for the first half of our IIoT process chain. The miniaturized IoT sensor network, also known as IIoT, was developed by Fraunhofer IIS in Germany, who also developed the MP3 protocol. The solution is an asymmetrical transmission method with many simple sensor nodes and a complex receiver. The robust data transmission from around 1 million transmitters can be ensured with just one receiver. The IoT links people and things intelligently networked with one another, and thus leads to innovations in the areas of Industry 4.0, smart buildings, and smart cities. This is possible because transmitters can talk to a receiver up to almost 10 miles away. IIoT helps to install a network between outdated machines and production units. Only a simple sensor makes it possible, and machines talk to each other. We all know it is not feasible just to throw out hardware. We can repurpose the existing hardware. Let's also keep in mind that the sensors do not require power. They can run off of battery. Also, no 5G is either required or needed. This is terrific because there is no intrusion into your network. Next, we're going to have a couple of presenters, and first we will have Tony Nelson from IBM to discuss the CGF and IBM partnership, as well as IBM Maximo, the middle part in our processing chain. After Tony speaks, we are delighted to have Dr. Matthew Krug to discuss how CGF and Clemson University combined to work on some issues that they had at the lab here at CUICAR. So without further ado, Tony, please take it away for us.
Hello, and thank you for letting me share with you a little bit about the IBM and CGF relationship. My name is Tony Nelson. I am with IBM. I lead a small team of industrial software solutions specialists focused on Midwest and South markets. About a year ago, I was attending the South Carolina Automotive Summit, and that's where I met Tom Corbett and Dirk Brusch from CGF. The first thing that drew me in was the chocolate. They had chocolate at their booth, and I had to just stop by and sample some of the chocolate. And from there, we started talking and found out that the two companies really overlapped with their core competencies, with what CGF was able to do with their partnerships and their existing relationships, with their IIoT technology, and what IBM could bring to the table with the software and analytics. The match just made sense. So I personally led an effort to get them onboarded as partners and resellers of our software. And since that time in 2019, we've been working through several projects with both CGF and the team at CUICAR to help develop some of these products that are full end-to-end solutions. The latest that we've developed is a Maximo monitor solution that uses some of the sensors and technology that CGF has that feeds into our cloud-based IBM Maximo monitor solution to allow for real-time monitoring of data coming in from even legacy equipment. It's a one-of-a-kind solution that allows for old equipment that wasn't equipped for Industry 4.0 to be adapted and brought into a smart manufacturing capability without having to purchase new equipment or even platforms. It runs its end-to-end. I've really enjoyed working with CGF over the past year. And again, thank you for allowing me to share some of my experiences and where the relationship was born and where we're going in the future. I look forward to working with CGF more over the next year and beyond.
Hello, my name is Dr. Matthew Krug. I'm a researcher with Clemson University International Center for Automotive Research, and we are working with CGF to partner on teaching students as well as use the IIoT technology in the lab to allow our students to get hands-on with the latest and greatest state-of-the-art technologies for communications, as well as taking those and enabling them to use those in projects and class projects so that they can get a better feel for how to use them and apply them in the real world so that once they leave here, they're ready to go and use them for the future. We're also using their technology in the lab as well for research, where we're creating a more pervasive sensing environment so that we can have a more data-rich application and more data-rich field around us so that we can gather all of that and be able to use and be able to apply a lot of our machine learning and predictive maintenance applications.
Thank you, Tony, for sharing your insights on the CGF and IBM partnership, and a huge thank you to Dr. Matthew Krug from CUICAR Clemson University for explaining how we combined our talents to solve your challenges. Turnkey solution. What does that mean for you? CGF serves as a single point of contact. You will not need to call multiple vendors. No longer will you need to search that enormous stack of business cards that you've obtained over the years, and we all know we all have them. CGF enables your business information system to enhance operations by collecting data you never knew you could monitor. Mining this new data gold enables your business to run more efficiently with increased capacity for automation. It also enables your managers and engineers to make better informed decisions. Keep in mind, make this gold data work for you. Part of our turnkey solution is our implementation. For our implementation, we like to think big, start small, and scale fast. CGF can transform your IIoT technology into real business value for your operation. CGF has strong experience in partnerships. Most of us have 20, 25 years plus experience in the IT world. And as you have heard today from a couple of the leading innovators in the world of IT today, our partnerships are very strong. CGF can also provide on-site service and ongoing support. With our comprehensive solutions approach, CGF can order, configure, and install all elements of a best-in-class, scalable IIoT ecosystem. In the beginning, when I covered the agenda, I told you that I would discuss more on Start Today. Well, for attending our webinar, CGF is offering a 2-hour on-site evaluation of your current IoT project plans. We can also provide access to a Zoom call to do such an evaluation as well. If we can come to your facilities, CGF can show you firsthand just how easy it is to set up and install the sensors and the gateway, as well as the dashboard, and just how easy it is to start collecting that gold data. Again, there is not any cost to you. CGF will also provide, and this is a great value, a 30-day trial period with 3 sensors, 1 gateway, and a dashboard. We will set everything up, including the dashboard. We will train you on how to read the dashboard and how to read all of this gold data coming in. So again, thank you for attending. And up next, we're going to have Matthew Ashley, our senior developer, and he's going to show you just how easy it is to set up and start collecting that gold data.
Hello, my name is Matthew Ashley, a senior developer with CGF. During my part, I'm going to be giving you a brief overview of the IoT system and its components. I'm also going to do a walkthrough of configuring and connecting a sensor to show you just how easy it is to start collecting data. So let's jump into that overview of the IoT system. To start with, our system ships with 4 components. The first and main component is our industrial gateway computer. This gateway is an Behrtech ARC 2250L and runs a Ubuntu operating system that contains the software that receives radio signals transmitted by sensors. This gateway also comes with a variety of ports, allowing for the connection of a number of peripherals. Notably, there are 2 Ethernet ports, one static for direct connection, and the other, DHCP, for network connections. The second component is the magnetic mountable antenna. This is the device that receives signals transmitted by the sensors. Our antenna ships with a magnetic mount, allowing it to be mounted anywhere to any ferromagnetic metals. The third component is the bandpass filter, which protects the receiver from interference outside of the passband. To note, our bandpass filter ships with either the specific North American or European versions, allowing our system to operate within the free spectrum of radio frequencies anywhere in the world. The fourth and final component is the software-defined radio. This device allows for the modification of communication parameters of our wireless system, such as frequency, data rate, and modulation. Now, the final component you will need for data collection is a sensor. We produce our own sensor called a smart sensor. This sensor has the capability of sensing either temperature, humidity, pressure, acceleration, GPS, and battery levels. We also have the capability of prototyping sensors, leveraging the MicroE ecosystem, which supports over 600 different types of sensors. Now that the overview is complete, let's jump into that walkthrough of configuring and connecting a sensor to the IoT system. To get up and running and start collecting data, the process is really quite simple and streamlined. Our gateway comes preloaded with a custom UI for sensor management called MyThings. The first step of data collection is connecting a sensor. You will need the unique EUI and network key of your sensor, which you can obtain by scanning the custom QR code that comes on the front of your sensor with a QR reader. Once you have that information, you can then configure a sensor to the MyThings UI. Now, let me power on one of our sensors so that it starts sending messages, and let me show you the process of configuring and connecting that sensor from within the MyThings UI. To configure and connect a sensor, you first need to navigate to the Nodes page. Once on the Nodes page, you need to click on Add New and enter your sensor's EUI and network key information, which you obtain by scanning its QR code. Once this information is entered, you then need to click on Add to configure and add your sensor as a new node. Once your sensor is added, the second step of data collection is sensor placement. You can place your sensor anywhere in your environment within a 10-mile range, as that is MyOT's max range capacity. Once your sensor is placed and powered on, you should start seeing incoming sensor messages on the MyThings UI. To check for sensor messages, you have to navigate to the Messages page by clicking on Messages. And just like that, we have incoming sensor messages from our newly connected sensor, and we can start collecting data from our environment. Now, let me show you an example of a dashboard demonstrating the many ways you can visualize and consume data once it is collected. Once you are collecting your data, you can then utilize that data in many different ways. One such way is a visualization through a dashboard. This is an example of a demo dashboard we built to replicate a smart building application. To elaborate on this dashboard, we have incoming sensor messages tagged with its transmitted timestamp and sensing parameters. Also, we have a layout map that shows the tagged locations of our sensors within the floor plan of a building. We also have a customizable alert that will send out SMS messages whenever a sensor records a temperature outside of a set acceptable range. Further down, there are individualized sections for monitoring indoor and outdoor conditions. These sections have various gauges and graphs to provide deeper insights to the environment. As you can see, there are many different ways to visualize and ultimately utilize your data once it is collected. The biggest and most important step is getting to data collection. Now, let me pass back over to Randy Cole, our CGF discussion presenter.
Why choose CGF as your long-term partner? We deliver cohesive IoT business value and outcomes by understanding our customers' strategic needs. We partner with leading manufacturers in order to create optimal solutions for our customers. We are focused on providing the fastest and most secure data accessibility for your private network of end users. We have extensive IT experience in production control centers and industrial manufacturing processes. We take a cost-efficient, lean management counseling approach to provide solutions that best serve your immediate and long-term needs. We will strategize with you, not just sell to you. Remember, CGF strives to be your long-term partner.
Thank you once again for attending our discussion today, Mining for Data Gold. I also would like to extend the invitation for the 30-day trial period as well as a 2-hour on-site evaluation of your IoT projects. I can be reached in a couple of ways, 864-243-7840, or my email is randy.cole@cgf-llc.com. Once again, thank you very much for attending.